What is up, my friends? Watchmen on HBO. Holy shit, did this series just get intense. So not only is this series intense, but is also showing people the truth about some things that we might have not known. One of them in particular is the Tulsa massacre, Black Wall Street massacre. Look it up. That's how the story just starts. It starts off with that, and I did not even know this was real until I researched it right after the episode, and I was like, holy shit. But during this first part of the episode, we see this massacre take place, and we see a family trying to save their son. There's only room in the car for their son, so they tell the couple that's taking their son and the baby to take their son and get him to safety. They start to do this, then we see an explosion. The family dies except for the baby and the son, and the baby and the son go on their way. We then cut to 34 years later. It's 2019. Officers are not wearing masks. I'll get to that in a bit. He stops a person driving, and he notices that they have a Rorschach mask. Rorschach, if you don't remember, was the vigilante hero from Watchmen, who was pretty awesome, I will say that. Now the way his name is being used in his image, not so awesome. It's apparently being used by the Seventh Calvary, a white supremacist group who are plotting to do some pretty horrible things. The officer notices this. He tries to get permission to use his weapon because he literally has to ask for permission before he can take the weapon out of the holster. And it's not a good thing that they don't hurry up, because then he gets shot by the Rorschach 7th Cavalry member. And then we see Angela Abar, who is a retired officer now after the White Night, when many officers' homes were found and they were ambushed and pretty much beaten, killed, all of that. But she is still a vigilante sister knight. So the chief of the police finds out about everything that's going on and the officer getting shot, and he wants to retaliate and find the killer. He enlists Sister Knight to help him do this. They ultimately go to a cattle ranch where they take down a bunch of the members of the 7th Cavalry, and then they get the killer. What happens next is that the chief gets called about the officer who was shot waking up. He then gets ambushed, and then we see Angela Abar get a call that the chief to come on down somewhere. When she does, she sees that the chief has now been hanged, killed, and there is a man in a wheelchair next to him. The man in the wheelchair was seen at the beginning of the episodes when he was by Angela's bakery that's about to open. We then see him holding something, and it is the note that the kid from the 1920s had. So this is the same kid now. Now his reasoning behind all of this, why the chief is dead, was the chief up to something else, is something we're going to have to wait and find out for. But I can already assume that the chief has something to do with the Black Wall Street massacre in the beginning, whether it's his family or not, and he might have some more intentions that we didn't even know about, and Angela probably didn't know about for the future. So I think that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with that. This episode, of course, has a lot of Easter eggs to Watchmen. We see Dr. Manhattan is in Mars. We also see that Ozymandias is not dead. He faked his death, and he is being played by Jeremy Irons with some very strange servants, I will say that. Another thing that many people are probably wondering as well is, what is the deal with all those squids? And for that, we just have to go back to the original Watchmen, the original series, movie, whatever. If you remember correctly, Ozymandias was going to stage a sort of alien invasion in New York City that was going to have some squid-like creatures, so we can pretty much assume that Ozymandias thing had an aftermath, and we are seeing the aftermath now. It is raining squid and it fucking sting. Also, the chief's death is sort of parallel to how the comedian dies in the Watchmen series and movie as well, and it's definitely going to set things off like it does in those two works as well. So yeah, that is the reason that officers wear masks as well, as because of the White Night. So they are trying to protect themselves. So overall, I did enjoy this. I'm pretty curious to know how Rorschach became a symbol of white supremacy as well, because that just came out of nowhere. So yeah, a lot of stuff to uncover in this first episode. A lot of theories many people have as well, and myself, which I'll be talking about later this week. But did you watch the HBO premiere? What did you think? Are you excited? Are you going to keep watching it? Let me know, because I definitely am. I'm definitely going to be making more videos on it, so if you want that, make sure you tune in. But anyways, later today, my 13 Days of Halloween continues, as well as some My Hero videos. So if you want more of that, make sure you subscribe comment, like, share, all that good stuff. But we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, my friend. As always, stay positive.